It's July. You know what that means. It's time to get patriotic. I live in the United States of America, and I am a proud American. I eat hamburgers, and I drive my fancy German car. So in honor of our great and glorious country, why don't we talk about something patriotic? Something red, white, and blue. Damn it. You know, Sonic the Hedgehog comes up a lot on my channel. This is the third video I've done on something Sonic related. I don't know what it is, but something about Sonic the Hedgehog just attracts the weirdest subjects possible. It's been like this for a long time, and I don't think scientists have quite figured out why this blue hedgehog has so much weird crap surrounding him.
Where the fuck is my 3D Sonic 1? I'm the fucking here.
And honestly, even after 3 videos, I don't think I've even scratched the surface yet. So in honor of our Patriotic Month, we're using Sonic the Hedgehog as a basis. The blue for our glorious blue hedgehog from Japan, red for the red rockets that blast in the air, and white for, well, you can use your imagination for that one. Now let me ask you all a question. Have you ever looked at Sonic the Hedgehog and thought to yourself, that is one sexy bastard? A lot of people have probably done that, and there is plenty of evidence to support this. So let me ask you, do you love Sonic the Hedgehog so much you would create a website to confess your love and feelings for him? Well, in the mid-2000s, someone did. This is Sonic Passion. Sonic Passion was created in late 2004. There was no TikTok, there was no Twitter, and YouTube was just on the horizon. This was during the MySpace days, so social media was in its infancy, and this was mostly when the internet was still a niche thing. And boy, is this niche alright. Sonic Passion was created by someone, and this person was in love with Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, I am keeping their identity a secret because I learned very recently she, and yes, it is a she, has been striking any videos down that dare mention her name, have any pictures of her, or her having any connections to Sonic Passion for privacy reasons. So to keep this video up, I have taken the precautions to not mention her name in any way whatsoever to cover my own ass. It's a bit of a pain, but what can you do? Even though this happened, 17, 18 years ago, water under the bridge really, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Sonic Passion was originally a forum anyone could join if you held the same taste as the other users. But after more and more people became aware of how batshit insane some of the people on the site were, it became pay to access only. Yes, you had to pay money to access this classy, high-end forum at some point. I've heard from $30 to $50 to $70, and this is in the 2000s, mind you. So only the hardcore, dedicated fans of Sonic the Hedgehog were able to access these boards. But dedicated is definitely a word to describe these individuals. More like obsessed, in a very lustful way. Now, if the creation of this website was enough to tell you just how much the woman who made this site loved Sonic the Hedgehog, her own post should. The things this woman admitted she would do to Sonic the Hedgehog are unspeakable. Literally, some of the things she says she wants to do to Sonic cannot be spoken of in this video. But some of the more tame things include drinking Sonic's blood, drinking his piss, allowing Sonic to shoot her. She would literally die for Sonic the Hedgehog. She would take pictures and videos of her favorite scenes involving Sonic in the games. I even filmed him with my digital camera while he is in the shower. I'm ovulating right now. Oh, and if you're wondering, no, this is not a troll or ironic thing. This is legit. All of this is legit. And to probably no one's surprise, the website no longer exists, but it was quite infamous back in the day, for reasons you probably already know. Everything you're going to see in this video is extracted from a website called Sonic Passion, a case study on idiots. A website that was made way back in the day to archive the insanity from Sonic Passion, and is still up to this day. The website made to make fun of Sonic Passion outlives Sonic Passion. God has a sense of humor. But just a fair warning, I'm giving a toned down, pussified retelling of events so I can get that sweet monetization. This website holds nothing back, so just a heads up. On this website, you could do all sorts of things to express your love for your fictional characters. You could write poems and sonnets, you could detail all the kinky things you would do to them, you could even get married to them, by the creator of the site no less, who I'm sure is an ordained minister. And yes, some people did actually do this. And my question is, what do I do when I want to get divorced? Is there a way to get that organized? But if you wanted more than just Sonic characters, there were other options too. This is a very inclusive website, so you could confess your sins for other fictional characters as well. There were boards where you could express loves for Mario characters, Spyro characters, Donkey Kong, even franchises like Bomberman. Finally, Pass from Metal Gear has found her soulmate. There's even a thread for Bubsy the Bobcat, which had 0 topics and 0 replies. Even in the world of expressing sexual desires for fictional characters, nobody gives a shit about Bubsy. Can you open a board for those who are married to more than just one character and genuinely love all their spouses? I'd agree that a rule should be made to keep polygamy to that board if you do. I'm sorry, Jess, as much as I'd like you and everyone to be totally pleased, as the creator of the website about love and passion, I can't extol the unfaithfulness. Besides, polygamy is forbidden in almost all countries on Earth. Here is proof of how much it might be harmful. Please accept my apologies. Oh, damn! She told that bitch off! I guess this forum isn't that inclusive. Can't have too many fictional characters, you gotta be faithful and loyal. So yeah, the creator isn't the only basket case on this board, if you couldn't tell. There was a slew of very weird people on this board, because Sonic the Hedgehog just has that sway over people like no other franchise has. One of the many basket cases on this board included a guy who was obsessed with Sonic the Hedgehog, who views him as one of his many idols like the Grim Reaper and Satan. I guess he just really likes edgy characters. Oh, wait. This was made before Shadow the Hedgehog came out. Damn, this guy liked Shadow before he became full-on edgy. What does he look like, I wonder? Oh my god. This man is like the 2000s personified. I genuinely want to know where this guy is today. I unironically want his autograph. Please. Would you believe me if I told you that the creator, wanting to drink Sonic's piss and snot, is actually one of the sanest people on the board? Well, it's true. There was the woman obsessed with Knuckles, there was someone who said they would totally have intercourse with Shadow, but he's straight so it would ruin Shadow's reputation. There's a person who found Robotnik hot, when, well, statistically, someone out there had to find this hot. You know, I know this is all fun and games, this is extremely weird and entertaining for a lot of people, I get that. But you want to know something? This just begs the question, have Sonic fans just always been like this? Some might recall a video I made a few months ago called The Sonic YouTubers of the Dark Age, where I covered a bunch of extremely strange Sonic YouTubers around the time the games took a nosedive in quality. They were just as much of a circus act as this is. Well, this was during the mid-2000s. This was when the games were still regarded in their quality, and we still have this many crazy people coming out of the woodworks. Of course, all Sonic fans are not like this. There are plenty of sane, completely normal Sonic fans out there who don't act anything like this. But it only takes a few bad apples to spoil the bunch. The absolute insanity some of these Sonic fans express makes the entire Sonic fandom look bad, and considering the fact there's so damn many weird-ass Sonic fans, it's got the reputation of being one of the strangest fan bases ever. They're not only strange, but they're dedicated to the franchise, to the games, and even the characters. And judging by just this forum, they'll be faithful to their fictional characters, no matter the cost. So this is all, haha, funny, strange people romantically attached to fictional characters. We've established that. Well, time to suck all the fun out of it. I'm going to talk about the worst person from Sonic Passion. He makes all the other people from this board look like Mormons. He's one of the most active users on the board. Paul and Amy. Paul and Amy, if the name wasn't a dead giveaway, believed he was married to Amy Rose. This wasn't like some little shtick or whatever. This man went the full 9 yards with it. He had a YouTube channel up and, looking at it, it's pretty telling this man was serious about this. When more and more people started becoming aware of Sonic Passion and all the strange people on it, like a circus act, people pointed and laughed at them. This upset a lot of people on the board, but it especially upset Paul.
People are having a go at us for having a go at them. Well, I'm sorry, but you have a go at us first. I'm sorry, I'm not going to apologise.
And when he gets in bed, he has a go at that pic of Amy. He has shown his disgusting room and the state of it, but actually, you don't have to worry about his living conditions anymore, because the place he's at now probably makes him tidy up and keep house way better than this. That would be because Paul is now in prison for the rest of his life. For what reason, you may ask? by doing unspeakable things to 4 foster kids, all under the age of 10. I know it's funny to point and laugh at this circus act of a board, but this guy legit went on to do something horrible and ruined the innocence of 4 young girls. Wanting to drink Sonic's piss and vomit is nothing compared to this. I hope Paul rots in prison until the day he dies. So like I said earlier, having people like Paul on the site attracted the attention of many people who became aware of all the degeneracy happening on the site.
Blood drinking and pus eating and scab chomping. No, I'm serious. And what else? And all kinds of weird stuff.
The creator then added the paywall to get out the community from anyone mocking them, but this paywall was short-lived. After a while, the entire site was taken down and was replaced with the War and Peace of website shutdowns. God, this is a wall of text if I've ever seen one. And yes, I read the whole thing. Let me give you the too long didn't read version of this. The creator of Sonic Passion admits she has a case of megalomania, and no, this is not a heckin' epic Undertale reference. It's an actual thing where someone becomes obsessed with the idea of having lots of power and fame, the idea of attaining perfection. She fell in love with Sonic because, well, he was this synthetic perfect being, because he was made purely to be as enticing and marketable as possible to sell shit. That was the entire purpose for his creation.
Sonic Skateboard!
And she grew obsessed and attached to him because he was basically flawless. Well, until she found out about Sonic's voice. For some reason, she thought Sonic was voiced by some sophisticated AI all this time, not realizing all these years Sonic had been voiced by a multitude of different people. When she found this out, for some God only knows reason, it was a complete turnoff. She had lost all attraction to him because of it, but she kept the facade up for a while so she could keep getting attention, hoping one day he would become an AI so they could actually talk and interact. You drink piss in the game, you drink piss in real life. So yeah, she basically admits the whole thing was for attention and fame, and she was getting plenty of it, but she just wanted it to stop now. This isn't the kind of attention she wanted, so she shut the entire website down and decided to enter the body augmentation industry, so she could become a real-life Barbie, more plastic than she is woman. And so, this is where the story of Sonic Passion ends. Sort of. After this website shut down, a lot of people from there just went on to live their lives, I guess. Paul and Amy is now rotting in prison, if you call that living. The Edgelord went on to star in the hit game Hatred.
My name is not important.
And I hope everyone else on the board got therapy and are living happy, fulfilling lives. Or they're going to turn into someone like Spax. I'd wager it's probably a 50-50 chance. As for the creator, well, she's still online, and I still can't show her face because, like I said, she's apparently gotten trigger happy with anyone showing public photos of herself, so you have to use your own imagination. She's made a couple of posts regarding her past Sonic Passion, but now she's going for the whole "it was ironic" angle everyone does now, which I don't believe in the slightest. I can buy the whole artificial beauty angle she said about Sonic, because that sounds just nutty enough to be from the creator of Sonic Passion, but I do not believe for a second this entire thing was a joke. She would make a multitude of blogs debunking some of the stuff about Sonic Passion, and some of it doesn't add up with what actually happened. But all this, combined with the fact she strikes any videos with her face in it relating to Sonic Passion, pretty much tells me being connected to Sonic Passion still bothers her. Like, yeah, it's pretty obvious that this will probably haunt her until the day she dies. But come on, this was almost 20 years ago at this point. Is it really that big of a deal still? I mean, yeah, I made this video on it, but it's an interesting point of internet history. A whole website dedicated to admitting your love to Sonic the Hedgehog characters? That's crazy! As the years went by, the tales of Sonic Passion have been mostly lost in the sands of time. Even crazier people in the Sonic fandom would take center stage, and some would go on to do unspeakable acts. When you look at the bigger picture, you realize this website was made by a woman who wanted to drink Sonic's vomit and blood, and somehow that's tame now. As much as it hurts to say it, that's nothing. You can find people wanting to do that to fictional characters all the time on any social media website easily. Really, this website was a pioneer in that regard. So I have no clue why she's so combative about it to this day. If the creator is watching this, I think you really need to embrace the fact you just made a stupid website 20-something years ago and have moved past it. This is literally nothing now. She didn't do anything illegal. Hell, she was probably one of the sanest people on her own board, considering we know one of them will be in prison until he's a corpse. The only thing bad she's done is this flagging of videos showing any pics of her, which I feel isn't necessary in the slightest. I will say one thing though, after seeing your pics of you on the internet, you can eat my vomit any day. I thought I would just share this little piece of Sonic's history on the internet with all of you, and give a big old salute to our catalyst of autism. There are legit dozens upon dozens of weird stories and topics involving our blue pincushion, and who knows what else the future may hold. I'll tell you what it's not holding though. Sanity. God bless, like and subscribe, and good night. I hope the month turns out well for you all.
When Sonic was being falsely imprisoned on Prison Island, I traveled to where he was with Tails, and after accidentally thinking Shadow was my beloved Sonic, I was able to sneak in while Tails made a distraction. After finding my boyfriend, I played a cute little game with him, where I would release him from his prison to stop Eggman if he went out on a date with me. All in all, this was an important and lovely moment between us that I'll never
you believe
forget.
holding Sonic hostage on Prison Island was romantic, and that he was lying when he said, and I'm quoting here, "No way"?
Well,
Miss Rose, Sonic just expressed disgust with the very idea of going on a date with you, to the point where he would rather be locked up and let the world be destroyed by Eggman. In a moment, Sonic, in his book, Fastest Thing Alive, but Not Fast Enough to Escape Stalking,